This questioner asks, why does society hand a heavier load to women than men by expecting us to find a mate, procreate, stay young, slim, and being supportive to everyone on top of our own individual stuff? Perhaps I wouldn't worry so much about asking yourself why. Asking why is this happening? The important thing is that you know that it's happening. But ask yourself, how can you release yourself from this bind, this conditioning? And how can you be in this world knowing that for some, this is what they expect of you, and be free of that. So look at the ways that perhaps you believe in this story that I have to be slim, I have to be supportive. Look at, where did you learn that? And once you see that, yeah, this is, perhaps I learned it, from my mother, from my father, from school, that part you see, and it almost doesn't even really matter anymore. As I said, what's important is how can I free myself from the conditioning of the world? How other people see me. Turn that question around and ask yourself, how do I see myself? What do I expect of myself? Because even though it's happening out there, what's really happening, it's happening in here. Because there's something in you that still holds on to that pattern of expectation in yourself to be somebody other than what you really are. Otherwise, it doesn't matter whoever says that out there. If you still didn't have that belief, that I believe that is true, to be somebody else other than who I really am, it wouldn't bother you. You wouldn't even ask the question. In fact, you'd probably be laughing internally at the silliness of all those expectations that are placed, and the roles that are placed on women, the roles that are placed on men. See that it is all roles, and it's conditioning. It's part of the collective conditioning. And the awakening in every human being, in every individual, as they begin to awaken, begins to free themselves of that collective conditioning. And when there's more and more individuals freeing themselves of the collective conditioning, so too the collective conditioning dissolves. So the invitation is always to look within, to turn that pointing finger out there that they're doing this to me, or they're doing this to us, and turn that finger right back and say, what am I doing to myself? And what am I putting on others? Do I have expectations of others? It was interesting. I met with some people after a talk, and one of the questions was from a woman, and it was about judgment. And these people after the talk came up to me, and they said, that was an incredible enlightening experience. Because what happened was that as this woman was walking up towards the microphone, they had all these judgments about her. What she was wearing, they imagined where she had come from because of what she was wearing, etc., etc. And then they had to laugh at themselves because when the questioner talked about and asked about judgment, they realized, oh my gosh, here I am judging. So ask yourself what it is that you are judging in yourself and in others. Judging perhaps this person being slim, oh, that must be the perfect body. And this one slightly overweight, oh, there's something wrong with this person here. So free yourself of all those expectations, because in order to live, embody your true spirit, through that you restore yourself to health. You'll eat the right amount of food, the right kinds of food that's right for you in that moment. You'll dress the way that you want to dress. You may not spend half an hour looking in your closet looking, what should I wear? Maybe it'll just be that you know what to wear. You look and then you just put it on with no thought. I had the same question as you did, or as you do. And that's what I did. I had to turn around and ask myself, what is it that I am expecting, and what are my own conditionings that I'm putting on myself? Because nobody is making me do anything anymore. It's me, my own self, my own thoughts, my own judgments, my own expectations that make me perceive, view, judge, look at things the way that I am expecting, with my own judgments and thoughts about things, about myself. So enjoy this process of looking at yourself, at all the expectations that you have, all the conditioning, and invite you to let it go, free yourself. And remember, it's not that you have to change to be different than what's, for example, the way that you dress. It's not that you have to change. Oh, women are expected to look really pretty and wear makeup and all that stuff. Why do we have to wear makeup? It's not all about that. You can continue wearing makeup and know that that is part of the collective conditioning, but you're playing in that now instead of believing that somehow it is going to enhance you, make you better in some way. When you know that is just part of your conditioning or that person's conditioning, then it's easier to just let it go and then just play in this world. It's fun dressing up. Or it's fun putting on makeup. But you do things because that's what brings you joy in doing them. And it's not so much that the joy is coming from within you with no goal, with no desire or wanting in mind to be anything than yourself. And when you really go into the stillness, the consciousness that you really are, there isn't even a woman. You're not a woman. There's no men. There are forms. And then you can delight and see all these beautiful forms. And usually these human forms are personifying some sort of image, some sort of story, some part of their conditioning from their culture. And you see it just as that. And it could be just as beautiful. There's nothing wrong with the conditioning. It's only our own thoughts about it, our judgments. Our wanting to make it into something other than what it really is. The binding of yourself, your attachment to the outer world, is not really so much what's out there, but it's your inner state, what's in here inside you. A belief structure, or pure silence. Pure perception. And out of that pure perception flows love, unconditional love, acceptance of all things, of all people, with conditioning or no conditioning. The state of grace. Then we are in this world full of grace, full of gratitude, to be able to witness and experience that which is so beautiful, all these different forms, consciousness expressing itself. Thank you.